That fucking sucked. That fucking sucked. That fucking sucked. They absolutely hate me. They hate me more every year because I go more and more against the whole rock and roll thing. I mean, I'm against tearing the whole rock and roll system down, destroying the whole thing, and rebuilding it in my name. And they don't want that. They see me as a serious threat. And I plan on being a serious threat, and I am, and I will be. And they know that. And they do not, I mean, they talk about censorship and maximum rock and roll. I sent an ad to them once that they wouldn't run. So that right there is so contradictory. They sent me back the ad because I had some words in the ad they would not run. So I sent the ad back in and put censored over it, and they sent it back and said, no way. I mean, and plus the fact that I don't fit into a certain genre with you know, I don't fit in with this band or that band, or I don't play this game or that game, or, you know, I don't kiss the political ass of the music system. I do it my way, alone, any way I have to, with anybody I can get who's willing to come along for the fight, and they just do not like it. I don't give a shit if everybody hates me. It just makes my war a little bit tougher, but with all the shit that I've been through, I mean, I can tolerate just about anything.
Yeah.
My lyrics are very honest. My lyrics are basically about what I'm doing at the time. This album that I just did yesterday is all the stuff that I wrote when I was in prison, and a lot of it is really it's the system, and but then again, I mean, every album is like every band. It's what I was going through at the time. I mean, you can take a song and somebody can say, you know, okay, well, you wrote a song called Sleeping in His Piss. Now, how can you take a song like that seriously? Well, at the time, I mean, and throughout time, I've been a complete drunk, and I went through a period of my life that I was pissing myself. I would pass out and wake up, and I'd be covered with piss. I mean, I had no control over my bladder, so I thought, well, I write a song about it's called Sleeping in My Piss. I mean, what? I mean, it's an honest title, Sleeping. I mean, people thought, well, that's stupid. It wasn't stupid. I mean, I was fucking living this kind of thing. You know, it wasn't really funny. Mm-hmm. And, you know, some of those songs were just so extreme that people didn't want to admit to the reality of that somebody was actually, you know, 10-year-old fuck. You know, somebody had actually had fantasies about 10-year-old girls and whatnot. I don't give a fuck, you know, what people think. I'm going to say whatever's on my mind, whatever has happened in my life. The rock and roll sacrifice will be, like I say, you lay down the groundwork, you set up the battlefield, and once you said everything you need to say and done everything you need to do, and there's no more to say and you feel that you've done it all, I mean, where you've lived, you die. And whereas I choose to take my own life, I choose the way I live and I'll choose the way I die, and I think a violent death is important because it's very exciting to me. Mm-hmm. It's my gig. Mm-hmm. I do whatever I want. And that's... And the ultimate sacrifice would be death. And then when I die, the blood will be the poison of rock and roll. And I'll welcome the audience to drink the remaining blood and eat my flesh, and it'll be like the altar. The next rendezvous, so to speak. I'll be going to the next party. I mean, I'm actually quite excited. I'm looking forward to it. Because, I mean, this world here, it's really great to be able to live the way you want, as fast as you want, play Russian roulette every day, make it exciting, make it dangerous, and when you die, then you sort of go off into like another world, probably in the next world. Who knows? I mean, because I'm an alien in this world, the next world could be mine. Mm-hmm. Just the whole fact that the build-up and you know you're going to do it, and it's just like the final climax, and everything's, I mean, sort of building up, the tension builds up, you know you're going to do it, you're probably going to give, I mean, I'm obviously on the last show, I'll just tear myself apart completely. I mean, and then I'll just do it. I was born in the womb that I had these special powers, and it's the day I was born, I just knew that I had a mission, and that mission, as soon as I heard what was going on around me, I just knew at a very early age that I had a special power. And as I progressed into the very early years of life, I knew that power was, that I could use that power in rock and roll. would be my tool to do what I had to do. And I knew that was my purpose on earth, was to come here and take over rock and roll. That was it. Hospitals, jails, prison, blood poisoning, the broken bones, the hard tours, and the fact that I've lived as a loner and this one-man force. I see now how that is very important for me not to get involved with people, not to get involved in relationships, because the mission is number one. It's always been number one. And every time I've gotten involved in a relationship, it terminated for the mere fact that it was meant to be. You cannot get close to G.G. Allin because the mission has to go on. I'm sure as strong as my soul is, it'll be exciting wherever I go. I really think that when I'm dead, that it's really going to be an exciting journey that I'm taking. That's why it's really important for me to live and take everything that I can here and now, and not waste time and not, get involved with stupid, trivial things like work, relationships, and worrying about what's going to be tomorrow. Do today, like I said earlier, if I got $1 today, I'll spend 99 cents, and I'll keep $1 for tomorrow for the phone call. I mean, it just, if tomorrow isn't here, if I had a place to live, and I had money and I was having a good time, and I was thinking, well, I may not have a place to live tomorrow, I'd say, fuck it, do what I gotta do today and do what I gotta do when tomorrow gets here. My battle plan now is I gotta beat the law. I gotta study the battlefield. I gotta go in. Same way I did when I was in prison. It'll be a lot of inward feelings. It'll be a lot of self-mutilation. It'll be very violent. But it'll be, maybe you'll see me at a show here and I'll just stand there. And just maybe I'll be going through my head. Maybe I'll be, doing to myself. And then you might see me at a show here. And then it's all what I can get away with and what I know I can get away with. And I know I can get away with a lot. But it's like the battlefield. I mean, there's no limits and no laws. But it would be very stupid for me to go back to prison right now, because that would fuck the whole mission up. It's important that I'm out, and it's important that that dagger gets in everybody's back. It just keeps digging in. The fear, you got to put the danger into it. You got to wipe out the people, brainwashing the people to think this is outrageous, that is outrageous, because we tell you it is when it isn't. It's all a media thing. They're telling you what is safe, what is dangerous, and what they put as dangerous is not dangerous at all. They just want you to think that. I want to be real danger. I want to be a real terrorist. And I want to really fuck people up. And I want to really fuck up the rock and roll altogether. Because the only way to rebuild something is to tear it all down. It's just the only way to go. What will really happen remains to be seen. Because it takes a very strong person to really want to die for it, to really believe in it that strong, because like I say, everybody's playing that corporate ladder. Everybody wants to, they start out underground, and then eventually as they get older, they start selling out, climbing up that ladder, and they play the game. They play society's game. I mean, I came along, so whether somebody would come along behind me is possible. I don't really see that it's very probable, because I think when I'm dead, that I will somehow still remain in this universe somewhere. Somehow I'll be here in some form.